Hi there! In this video we will provide a brief overview of the new TLS Inspection engine in XG Firewall version 18 with a quick demonstration of how to configure it. The new SSL Inspection engine in version 18 delivers high performance, high connection capacity with support for TLS 1.3 and all modern Cipher suites. It is port and application agnostic, so it doesn't need to know about what higher level application is being used. The SSL policy for the new inspection engine is now separate from the firewall rules. This allows you to create and apply policies to traffic without the complexity of having to consider the ordering and matching of firewall rules. Once decrypted, the new SSL inspection engine sends the packets to IPS, application control, web filtering and antivirus for checking. Before we jump into the configuration, it is important to understand when the TLS inspection rules are used. XG Firewall version 18 still supports a web proxy for decrypting and scanning HTTP and HTTPS traffic on ports 80 and 443. However, this does not offload to the fast path. The web proxy can be enabled in the web filtering section of the firewall rule. If it is enabled, then all SSL traffic except for port 80 and 443 are handled by the TLS inspection rules. When the web proxy is not selected, as in the example shown here, then all the SSL traffic, regardless of the port, is handled by the TLS inspection rules. Let's take a look at how you can get started with the configuration. In Rules and Policies, you will find the SSL TLS Inspection Rules tab. Here you will find there are two default exclusion rules. The first rule excludes specific websites from being decrypted and uses two lists: a local list where you can add websites to exclude, and a list managed by Sophos of websites where we know SSL inspection causes problems. An example of when this may happen is when there is mutual authentication by the server and client application. These two lists of websites can be viewed in Protect, Web, URL groups, and in the case of the local TLS exclusion list, you can edit it. The second rule excludes by application, as identified by Synchronized Application Control. From the top of the SSL TLS Inspection Rules tab, you can open the SSL TLS Inspection settings. These are generic engine-based settings that will apply globally to all of the rules. There are three sections here: the certificate authorities to use for re-signing RSA and EC certificates, how to handle non-decryptable traffic, this is either insecure traffic that is not supported by SSL or TLS encryption, or what to do if the XG Firewall reaches its connection limit, and TLS 1.3 compatibility. TLS 1.3 is still fairly new and not widely adopted, so there is an option either to decrypt as TLS 1.3 or to downgrade as TLS 1.2. Before we look at how to configure the rules themselves, we will look at the decryption profiles that drive the behaviour of the rules. These are located in Profiles, Decryption Profiles. Decryption profiles are a collection of settings that are applied on a rule-by-rule basis. There are three different decryption profiles provided. Maximum compatibility. This is the most relaxed profile and is focused on trying to ensure restrictions do not cause any unexpected problems. Block-in secure. This blocks known weak protocols and ciphers. And strict compliance is for people who need to meet more strict compliance standards such as PCI. You can also create your own custom decryption profiles, either from scratch or by cloning an existing profile. There are three main sections to the profile: re-signing certificate authority, which can either use the CAs defined in the SSL TLS settings, or they can be overridden; non-decryptable traffic, where you can specify a different set of actions from the SSL TLS settings; and enforcement rules, where you can block specific protocols, ciphers and certificate errors. These can be used to enforce security settings to meet compliance criteria. Now let's take a look at how you would configure a TLS rule. SSL TLS inspection rules can be configured to decrypt matched traffic when you want to scan all the contents, not to decrypt matched traffic when it will cause problems with the site or application, or to deny the matched traffic. Select the decryption profile you want to use to drive the behaviour of this rule, and finally, select matching criteria for the rule, which is the same as for the firewall rules, with the addition of being able to match on categories and websites and synchronized security identified applications. In summary, Configuring TLS inspection rules is done in 3 stages. Configure the global TLS inspection engine settings, customize the decryption profiles to meet your requirements, and create the TLS rules to decrypt the traffic. Remember, for web traffic on ports 80 and 443, the web proxy needs to be disabled in the firewall rule for the new DPI engine and TLS inspection rules to be used. Thanks for watching.